No! It has been a long time since I have covered this map. One of the classics of Age of Empires 2, specifically for community games, that is. So welcome, ladies and gents. We've got 8 kings. We've got 8 tiny islands these players start on. And we've got 8 transports on pilgrims. I don't remember when I first found pilgrims, but I remember dozens of games that I've enjoyed on this. So let's hope that these players realize that you should be transporting very far to the north and not dropping yourself off on someone else's island. You can see Red's a little confused by this right now. He's like, okay, where am I going? What am I doing? But yes, the idea normally is to get away from this tiny island and then head to the mainland. And if you start in the south, you're going to want to head towards the north. If you were to start in the east, you'd want to head towards the west. That's how it all breaks down. So, we'll get our introductions in for the players soon. In a normal game, I like to just go around and look at the town centers and the starting bases to talk about the players, but we don't exactly know where the starting bases are right now. The thing about pilgrims is there's a lot of land to expand to, but you have to be careful because there can be wolves out here, and your villagers won't have any loom. So if you get really unlucky, like right here, could be really bad. You could lose 3 or 4 villagers before you even have a town center up. And then, of course, this is... Why do I hear flame? There's flames here. I don't know if you guys hear the fire, but this is Exploding King. So if the kings die, there will be a massive explosion. So you gotta be careful. Yes. Like, be careful here if you're purple or yellow. Anyways, little woo-woo-woo action there. The wolf did go down. And I get really annoyed with Capture Age sometimes. And it's not just Capture Age. The game will just randomly give flame sound effects recently. I don't know if you can hear it. So sorry, there's certain things just bother me. But I think we're at a good spot to give our introductions. And we'll have a lot of other things to talk about, I'm sure. But the TCs are coming up. So, in the red... Okay, those are just turkeys. Okay, what? King Moki, are you good here, bro? Oh, red's over here. Okay, in the red, on the shoreline, we have King Moki playing as the Hunts. A nice little view of the shore, which I guess could be helpful, but pretty far away from the other people, which could be good or bad. In the yellow, we've got Chinese for Kus. Good civilization to have here. In the orange, we've got Slavs for the Agreeable Frog. Not too far away. In the teal, we've got the Dutch name that I can't pronounce, who has played many times. So nice to see you back, teal, as the Sicilians. In the green, we have Fry's dog playing as the Teutons, or should I say the Teutons. And then, wow, traveling very long distance here is actually purple. And this is John Perkins. And John Perkins has gone for the daring attempt to go to the north. Obviously, the chances are greater you could encounter wolves if you do this. So it doesn't look like he lost any villagers in the attempt. Playing as the Incas. In the blue, we have Peter. And, Peter, woo. Lost 1 villager. Oh, God. Woo. Lost 2 villagers. Peter, react. Oh, no. Peter could lose everything. It's definitely going to be another one down. No. Don't bring the wolf to your friends. Not worth it. And okay, the triple woo for Peter, who's playing as the Italians. Also, just got a notification someone's king was exposed, so I'm not sure exactly what happened there. I apologize as I try and figure this out. In the gray, we've got Britons for Azu. And is that everybody? I think that's somehow everybody. Where is the king, though? Okay, green's king is there, and I guess teal's king is here. Ay. Now, I don't know how long you've watched my content as a viewer out there. Some people, it's been 7 years now. And you guys are crazy. Actually, I guess it could be 8 for some of you. But, like, I imagine, you've been around a couple years. And while you may have watched dozens of videos, you might not have watched over 1,000. So you might have missed some of it. But if you're a big community game viewer, you probably have stuck around this far into the cast. And so you probably have seen the Fat Slob. Or, no, not Fat Slob. Blue Coffee days. And I remember that epic game where Blue Coffee had killed a pro player, MBL. He had lost almost all of his villagers to wolves at the start, and he had an incredible comeback. So, Peter, despite the bad start here, you still have plenty of ways to come back, as long as the Diplo's right. And again, we've got a woo. This will show the deaths here somewhere. Oh, quick wall. Oh, he's a beast. Quick wall. Oh, okay. Stay. Stay, wolves. Stay. Nice job. Good work. Yeah, where is the deaths here? I guess that's under military tab. So blue is the only one who's actually lost villagers to wolves thus far. I don't know where exactly that villager goes right now. Oh boy. A mill? Okay, you've now trapped yourself in here with the wolves. Woo woo woo. Yellow's like, I hope T90's not looking at that. It was a good attempt, though, honestly. You know, maybe the yellow wasn't enough for you to have quick walls like Viper. But okay, let me just talk about player skills real quick, because if I recall, I think Azu has won in community games before, and Azu's like 15 or 1600 elo. Maybe even more than that. So Azu already has shown me to have a good start, 31 eco, has fishing ships pumping out of the dock. There's also Britons, which could be pretty crazy. And also, you have Gray saying, Blue, we're close to each other, friends till the end. And then Blue says, sure, I guess you're near me. And I think this could be kind of good for a strong player to have a weaker player or a player who's had a rough start alongside you. Because if you have like a second or third place player, those players, they'll want your head because they have the confidence. If you have the player who lost those villagers at the start, that's not normally a concern for you. Now, people need to make sure that they ally each other. Like, Azu right now is actually declared neutral to green. This is because green hasn't allied anyone. But if you're going to be scouting with your kings right now, you don't want to be running your kings into someone's town center by accident. So, okay. What did I say we're going to touch on here? Well, okay, so this may or may not be interesting for some of the people out there, but it is Dark Age, so we're just hanging out and waiting to see what happens. And one of my longtime viewers, Odoa, mentioned being excited for another 24-hour stream. And I've done 4, maybe 5 24 hours in the past. Anyways, the idea is it's like every 2 hours to do something different. Some of it's content you would get normally, like community games or something, or procasts. But then there's always a couple segments that I only do during 24 hours, like co-op challenges, etc. And I haven't done one for like a year and a half, 2 years. It is very exhausting, but I enjoy it. I don't know why I enjoy it, but it's really cool. It's a good challenge. And I just love to do all these unique different types of content in the same 24-hour span. So anyways, you know, I haven't done one in a very long time. And I put out the tease there that I will probably do one within the next year. So it's on record. I'll let people know later on YouTube if they ever want to stop by. Typically, we do like hundreds. Well, depending on the stream, we did one that was over $1,000 in giveaways, merchandise, and events, and all different types of things. And it's also cool because, like, if people are watching or can't watch live due to time zone issues, then they're usually able to make it for at least an hour or two. So, but I've got lots of ideas, guys. I've got like, you know, I just finished a big event. I've got lots of like content ideas I think would be really good content for streams and videos. And I think debuting that during like a special stream would be cool. So anyways, what's the wolf kills looking like right now? Wolves are really hungry. 5 kills. Blue has lost 4 villagers to wolves. And the wolves just seem to be everywhere for blue right now. There's wolves here. There's wolves here. Please don't do it in April. No, it would not be in April. It'll probably be if I do it this year near the end of 2023. But I'll let people know, hopefully get people excited about it. And if people want to stop by, they can. If not, you can just see this cool content later on. But as always, with anything major, like a big event that I do, you know, the Regicide Rumbles, any 24-hour streams, always make sure people know. You in your busy lives, even if you can't watch every video, you'll probably know if I'm doing my job right. Okay, so Gray's going to be in Castle Age way faster than anybody else. We've still got 3 people in Dark Age. So that's pretty brutal timing. I think that should tell you Gray is one of the stronger players here. Yellow is now on the way to Castle Age and also has a lot of fish. And then wouldn't you know it, Blue's getting attacked by another wolf. Just classic. I think this lady will actually survive. But barely. And this is a nice little show of friendship, I guess, for Fry's dog and Peter, both sharing the deer. What else to touch on here? We should remind people that Wonder Victory is possible, and that kings will explode if they're killed. Like, if Blue wanted to just ruin Gray's day because Gray was mean for whatever reason, not saying Gray's actually done that, but, you know, the possibility's there for Blue to just walk over here and, oops, my king had a heart attack. Whoops, sorry, bro. Just ruin Gray's day. We have seen that before, but I think where that becomes more important is if you try and attack someone and you don't kill them, they will be inclined to try and use their king as a weapon later. I think the lesson is, if you're going to kill someone, make sure it happens the first time around. Make sure it's actually going to work. And oh my goodness, double woo, I think there. 2 villagers going down. The loom is in for Fry's dog, so I guess those villagers are weak earlier. And oh no. Oh, she's fine. Just checked. Azu is like 400 elo clear of everyone else. Okay. And you know, sometimes people will have discussions about that in the lobby, and other people will not. So I think that's going to be a big thing in this game. I think Gray's going to have this massive score lead because Gray's going for 5 town centers right now. So Gray's going to boom like a madman. And you can tell Gray's being very nice as well. I think this is intentional to not look like a bully. And we'll see what the others end up doing. I will say that people are very evenly spaced here. Like, normally you've got like a clump. I guess there are 3 people in this area, kind of. More so 2. But I've seen situations where there's 4 people in the same spot of the map. If you look at the mini-map and where the kings are located, at least, it looks like they're all spread out evenly. If you're going to kill someone, kill them all the way. Yeah, exactly. You don't want to just anger people to be a thorn in your side for later. That's the worst. Blue said, do we want to kill green fast? And Gray said, I think he's fine. So that's interesting. So Azu's not really showing, to me anyways, that there's a lot of like, what's the word I'm looking for? Thirst for blood? Gray says he's just being a bit socially awkward. Okay. Well, I think, you know, Age of Empires 2 is really hard. I think that there's a lot of stress involved in playing in a game like this. And so that's probably the biggest factor here. Also, I think Green's king was just chilling out there. Can we go back for a second? Okay, so Blue went to take this gold. And the king was just sitting there. And wait for it. And yeah, okay. I was thinking about walling in the king there for a second. Wait. Why does... I see what you guys are saying now. Why does red have houses? Is this a mod thing? Is this a bug? Huns should not have houses, man. What's this pop space? I've never seen this before. I saw a couple of people mention Huns and houses, but I thought, no offense, guys, I thought you were making stupid jokes. I didn't realize that you were just being aware. That's really weird. I've never seen that before. So yeah, red is making houses and has made quite a few houses in this game. All tech might be enabled. Ooh, wait a second. Can I just tab out and look at the screenshot he sent me? Full tech tree. Oh, God. Full tech tree was enabled. You're right. Wait, what does that mean? What else does that affect? Does that mean, like, everyone can make eagles and everyone can make camels? Oh, God. I mean, it could be fun. I guess the only things that you can't do is you can't make the unique units that the other civs have. Yeah, genuinely, I need you guys to explain this because the last time I played all text enabled was in 2012. It's not something that I've ever really been able to get excited about. Also, they don't seem to know. Wait a second. Gray says, I love this. All tech Britons. Fear my Briton Eagles. What? He knew about it! He didn't even say anything to the host? When have I ever done an all-tech game? You sneaky You sneaky boy. Okay. So he knew about it. Full tech means no unique tech and no civ bonuses. Oh, wait. So Britons wouldn't get more range on their archers as well? Well, here come the Briton Eagles. I don't know if all these players know about this. I imagine when they start to look at their military buildings, they're going to find out. King Moki, if you're gonna put your king somewhere, how about you don't make it so obvious? We'll see what happens there. Wait, is he taking the turkeys there? That's kind of interesting. The Slav guy mentioned Drazini Eagles. Okay, gotcha. So people are starting to talk about it. All right. I'm still catching up. So you're saying there's no uniqueness to the civilizations whatsoever. Now here's a question. Does that mean that Britain town centers weren't cheaper? Like, to what extent does that apply? Did the Britons not get their cheap bonus anymore? You would think, by the way, that I would know all these things, but I just want to clarify the specific details. I think when it comes to the unique units out of the castles, I'm still thinking that that's going to be the only thing that separates these guys. And then I imagine, like, in certain ways where you'd be limited in tech, like, let's say you're a civilization where you only get capped ram, you would get siege ram instead. So we could see, like, Hun Onager, in theory. Okay, so there's just no bonuses whatsoever. Full tech tree removes civ bonuses too. All right, so I guess that says that our host... which one was our host here? King Moki likes to play with full tech. But, okay, it'll make things interesting. I haven't seen every single player discussing it. It's 166 eco right now for Gray. And it certainly switches things up. There's still flame in this area. Do you hear, like... Listen. See what I mean? Here. But not here. Right? I know I'm a bit louder than it, so it's, like, really hard for you to hear. The game audio is always a bit louder for me. That's how I have it mixed. I think it's a scripting thing. I think it's a scripting bug. There's also this thing with DE right now where if scorpions or onagers go off, there's always this big loud banging in the corner. I do not fully understand why these things happen. I just know that they happen. Dude, I had fish last night at a restaurant. It was baller. Maybe it's the grilled sea bass I had last night. And Azus is blue and purple. Let's have a... Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, game didn't like that. 3 friends, he says. Oh, I see. Just friends. All right, well, that's fine. We can have fire in the water, guys, but we can't have someone say, well, I mean, I suppose if he actually said threesome, then maybe the chat filter might not want to allow that. That's fair. I did say GG to someone in a game this week after the patch, and it bleeped that. So you never really know what they're trying to say. What's the total eco breakdown? 65 eco for blue, who's had some catching up to do. Very close to red and to green. So those 3 at the bottom. And then Fry's dog is finally allied people. As meanwhile, we have Elite Eagle Warrior being researched by the Britain player. So if people are going to arrive midway through this, they will be very confused. Hey dudes, knock knock, says green. That's a lot of notifications there. That episode of Futurama was too sad, man. Hey, no spoilers. No spoilers. I actually haven't seen... I started to watch a little bit of Futurama a couple months back. I think I watched like the first season or something. I don't even know. I'll probably never get around to watching it, so it didn't spoil anything. Not to mention I have pretty poor memory, so it's fine. Okay, so in all tech, what's the best unit to make? I'm trying to think. I feel like Paladin and Arbalest, right? I would probably go Paladin Arbalest. I would kind of like a combination of Eagle Warrior and Halb, maybe. Sicilian Paladin's going to be nuts. Yeah, Bronson, I'm just wondering. Siege Tower! Like, it's still hard for me to get a grasp of which bonuses actually apply. Choo-choo! Yeah, I guess longbows with thumb ring could be pretty sick. It's true. I wonder where Gray's headed right now. It feels like this is meant to be sneaky. Last time Azu played a community game, he won, and I think he had killed 3 people with flaming camels. Maybe that rings a bell for you guys if you were wondering where you remember his name. But just sitting there, blending in with the trees. They're all friends, right? So you don't need to use the siege tower and eject units over the walls, because you can just go underneath the gates. Yeah, it's all text, so no unique tech and bonuses. And Red, who is our host, says, oh my. And it's okay, King Moki. When you rewatch this, I'm not upset with you. I'm just disappointed. Hopefully this will still produce an interesting game for us. Here, we can hype it up way more than that. This is the first time we've done all text on Pilgrims ever. And we've done Pilgrims for years. There we go. Very indecisive siege tower here. This siege tower can't decide on where to go or what to do. And then Blue saying I didn't know that. And Green says I can't read and play, so stressful. So I don't know. Gray's just going to hang out there, do some other things for the time being. Here we've got some Teutonic Knights. I'm excited. Civs are kind of just the same with different unique units. But there are some interesting instances where the, like, wait, how much melee armor did the Teutonic Knights have? But, like, there's some uniqueness, right? Because if you get thumb ring as the Britons, for example, you have longbows at thumb ring, which is just amazing because the firing speed and the accuracy. But then again, you also don't have the range, so, like, I don't know. It takes away in some areas and gives in others. All right. Yeah, everyone would be able to make elephants. I guess if there was, like, Aztecs or Inca... Oh, there is Incas. Do we have Incan stables? Incan stables, let's go! Look, these are the best-looking stables. Now, what's this thing for? Is they, like... we don't get to see these stables that frequently, so I'm a little concerned what that platform is. Because I know if you look at the castle, I'm pretty sure they took people up to the top here and slaughtered them and let the blood run down. All in dedication to their gods. Are they doing the same thing with the horses here? That's where my mind went. That definitely looks like an area where they just slaughter things. To create some shadow for the food? Yeah, I'm sure that's what that is. Okay, it's about time I switch to the military tab. Because I would like to know when people are going to attack. And we have petards and we have eagles. Now, this is from Orange. Everyone really likes to make eagles right now, it seems. I think that's a place to put hay for the horses. Yeah, if it was Stronghold, you'd like, this would be your stockpile, and you'd have to go up and you'd have to put the food there. But I guess in Stronghold, you just had the stockpile. You didn't really manually take it to the places yourself. All right. Waiting to see if there's going to be an attack here. Remember, kings explode. And Azu, for all these resources that are being banked up right now, isn't really being a bully. He's not choosing to attack anybody. Lots of resources banked. There's only one player that doesn't have over 1,000 gold. And that was the player who's been wedged into this corner and lost 4 villagers at the start to wolves. And I just heard death. Oh, that was Gray deleting villagers there, or they got the flu. One or the other. It's just eagles in the tower, says Gray, and Orange says good. I feared it was vulnerable villagers. That doesn't actually make a lot of sense to me, but okay. Very agreeable response here from Agreeable Frog. Remember, Wonder Victory is a possibility. If you ever see anyone building up a lot on water, it's something we've seen before. Everyone else to be fighting on land, then one person goes for like 80, 90 navy, and then makes a wonder on one of these islands. But doesn't really seem like anyone's planning that. But that said, orange does have some navy here. The siege tower for gray is still chilling right here. And this hasn't been a very Diplo-y game. There hasn't been a lot of chatter. Especially chatter that goes directly towards one person. Right? There's been a lot of public chat. Orange says, don't panic. And I think it's because the eagles and the petards are here. John Perkins, who traveled a long way to get to the north, says, dang, home slices. Got barely any stone near me. Home slice. When's the last time you called one of your buddies home slice? Have you ever done that, guys? I mean, I definitely did. Not anytime recently. That was like 12. It's like, sup, home slice? You know, how's it going? Also, I think this trade card is stuck. You did that today. The yellow says, want to kill red king. I'll push with siege yellows. Where is the king? Okay, so the king is in the castle. So all red really did was make like a little turkey eating area. I have petards to open instant. Okay, so it seems like red and yellow are going to work together to kill... Or, sorry, orange and yellow are going to work together to kill red. And blue... talking to gray, who still must be up to something. I just don't know what that something is. Like, why would gray just be sitting here? I think gray's trying to think about what units to make. I don't like the look of T90, but he is not here. Wait, what? What? So I guess forever peace? Question mark? Well, can we go back to the original comment? Is he trying to say that he wouldn't like it if it was forever peaceful, which was his next comment? And John says that mustache gives me the creeps, and Grace says same. Ha ha, guys. Just make fun of me as I'm casting. So funny. I'm a little hurt. I also don't know why that was brought up. But they're going to go to this point, and they're going to be like, haha, I was very funny of me. All right, eagles and elephants, things that you would not normally see from the Chinese or the Slavs, making a move against the player who was the host and kind of screwed up the settings in the first place. Now, he did send me a screenshot, so I probably should have noticed that, but I'm just not used to looking for that. So let's see. King Moki is experienced enough with this all-tech situation to be able to make things happen. It's kind of interesting to see Steppe Lancers for the Huns. There are people who have proposed that the Steppe Lancers should actually be given to the Huns. I'm not sure what I think about that. But I can tell you that Steppe Lancer is not the way here you would want to go Paladin. Or at least like a combination. And Red says, I thought we were friends, Yellow. And that clearly is not the case now. So Red's going to have to make a quick decision. If Red can't defend this, Red might need to decide on trying to save the king or sending the king in towards Yellow's base. Which is what I would do if I knew I was dead. At the moment, I'm thinking there's maybe a slight chance of survival, but just slight. So the king is now on the move. Important moment in this game. If Red's king dies over here, it will not influence the rest of the play. And it's very close, but the villager blocked! And locked the gate! No! What? The pathing! What was that? What was that? We gotta go back and review. I don't know if he had it locked originally. For some reason, the king went through there first. Oh! Farmer block! Go! Okay, I think Red can unclench for a moment and is now going to delete this wall and make a run for it. But I really thought Red was going to die right there. So yeah, if you feel like you have a chance to come back, then save your king, go somewhere else. But if you're kind of annoyed this happened, you could also use your king and explode them. And I'd mentioned before, this is the worst possible scenario as the snipers, where you damage someone to the point where they would consider committing suicide against you. Here goes the king. Does Red see that? Red doesn't actually have any clue. Those cav archers are on the way. Yellow can see all of this. And that king needs to keep moving. Keep going, buddy. Keep going. Yellow's scared about this. Yellow with the gate! Denied! You better just run with your king, Yellow. And don't bring army here that will open up that gate. No. The king is right over here for Yellow. He's still trying to trap the king. Red's running around. The gate is locked. And so I guess for now you could just sit there if you're red, but you are officially trapped in here. You will lose your king. Actually, you're not trapped. I don't know what I'm talking about. Now red is running around. Red is having fun. Red is trying to enjoy what's left of this community game. Ring around the rosy. Yellow still isn't killing it with cav archers. And then finally it dies. Okay, so it's all techs, right? That much is established. It was definitely not something we intended originally. Red is the first to go down. Rip the King Moki. There will be an explosion here. I don't think it'll be quite big enough to kill Yellow. I think the TC will just barely be saved. But you can imagine, like, if that was any closer, Yellow might not have remembered, and Yellow could have been in trouble. So that does open up the map quite a bit here. That does damage Yellow to an extent. And over here, we've got a fight with purple against green now. And I mean, green's king is out in the open. And you also have gray over here as well. So Azu's just turning on Fry's dog. And poor Fry's dog, I don't think was really ever getting going here. And Fry's dog, speaking about himself, says no. Fry's dog, no. And the king now dies. Okay. So we've had 2 people die pretty quickly. I think there's been a lot of confusion in this game. And a little bit of bullying. John says evacuate the dance floor. Normally I'd laugh more at that, but he did make fun of my mustache. And he's not evacuating, and he's going to lose a lot of elephants. Okay. So GG to Fry's dog, GG to King Moki. Y'all are out of the game right now, and we've got 6 players remaining. On this side, they're just clearing up space from Red's base, so there's no real actual warfare going on. And then over here, John immediately is just going to fill this space with production buildings. We haven't talked a lot about teal in this game. Says, what's next? Let me help. And gray and orange still talking a lot here. Is blue with us? Azu, says John. It does kind of feel like everyone just respects Azu's greatness at the moment, and no one wants to make a move against him. Or against him, excuse me. Really hard game for me to get a full grasp on here. Because it's like, normally I'm like, well, this person might be the stronger player, but their army composition's worse. You know, the fact that you can kind of do everything, it opens up the possibilities. Siege Onager being researched right now for the Chinese. Can you imagine if the Chinese had Siege Onager as well as everything else they have? But yeah, get it. I'm surprised we haven't seen more elephants. I'm surprised we haven't seen more Siege Onager. So a lot of that depends on resources, right? What did Orange say? Oh my god, Orange said, let's kill Gray. Gray's scary, and sent that to Gray. And Gray said, I saw that to him. Well, that was a mistake. Agreeable Frog, you done screwed up here, buddy. It's so easy when you watch the game from your iPad judging others. Then you play and you suck. 11. I don't know how many people can relate to that comment, but yep. I've said that for years with Loey the Legends. Anything I do, really. It's super easy when you're watching to be like, what? And with all vision, you know, why aren't they doing that? I think the comment that makes it the most obvious is when people who are at a certain elo are watching me cast that elo, and they're like, none of the players I encounter are like this. And that might be true, right? Because, like, people have bad days, but more often than not, I think it's just really easy to understand the game and pick out the flaws of a player and whatever else when you're just watching. When you're in the game, you're probably doing a lot of the things that you laugh at when you watch me cast. How about you attack purple when we attack teal? Yo, teal, I love stroopwafel. Nice, me too. Bonding over here. I fear yellow might attack me because they switched in champion and I make eagles. Whoa. I mean, you could make bowyars. Guys, I'm a little confused. I'm trying my best with this one. Yellow has moved the king, I've noticed. And John says, I heard Agreeable Frog isn't so agreeable with you. He told me you smell. All right. Well, Agreeable Frog, for what it's worth, I don't think you smell, okay? As long as you don't think my mustache is bad. So, I mean, that's John trying to lie, right? Like, that is John trying to create a reason to kill Agreeable Frog. And it actually works. He says, dang, let's take him out. You help me attack purple and I help you with yellow. This is gray, still trusting orange. Okay, so let me just try and break this down again. Okay, so gray and orange are going to attack purple. Purple and teal are going to attack orange. Which means yellow is kind of out of the picture here, which is great for yellow to be able to do whatever he wants. And then gray also is kind of out of it too. So, like, they're not really going to be attacked within their bases at all. I think gray is now talking about attacking orange, so I think this is maybe a trick, so he doesn't actually want to fight with orange in the first place, which would make a lot of sense because remember there was trust issues there earlier. So I think gray is maybe lying to orange, making orange believe that there's some type of friendship there.
Yes.
Yeah, and then orange is like, I'm ready when you say, and yeah, that's what's happening now. Also, I wanted to see, check the king location. So that's in a castle. That's in a tower. That's in a tower. That's in a bombard tower behind the castle, which is very hard to see. I like that. Yellows is there, and then blues is there. Okay, good to know, good to know. Yellow, how about we get teal? He is under us in score. So Gray's just talking to everybody. Purple says, I'ma do it. I'm kind of waiting for someone to make a move right now. And green says only Lel would understand. I'm 850-ish. I mean, Nomad is tricky. Pilgrims is tricky. And then this being all text when it wasn't part of the plan, it just added a lot of complications for you, Fries Dog. At the end of the day, Fries Dog, I don't think you would have had a chance because multiple people worked against you. The best thing that you could have done for yourself, and this goes for anyone in a game, is just have some good allies. And these battle elephants should completely wreck. The Eagles should really have no chance, especially if Agreeable Frog is so agreeable that he hasn't set purple to enemy yet. No! I've been there. He's probably like, why are my units attacking? Did the new patch break the game? Yikes. Well, that didn't take long. But honestly, he did say before that he kind of wanted to throw away his Eagles and get rid of them. So that might have been part of the plan. Teal, however, is here with Paladins, which was not part of the plan. And so we've got a big attack going on here. But we also have Gray attacking Teal at the same time. Holy crap, this went from 0 to 100. We could have 3 or 4 people die at the same time. I think Teal has realized now that Gray has made a move with Elephant Archers and Trebs. So he's kind of abandoning the push in this area. Orange, I think, is in big trouble. I don't see how Orange realistically survives against this, especially just making pikemen when you should have access to Halb. Teal says Gray is Betrayer, but others are currently a bit busy. Man, what's Yellow doing right now? Just give me a moment, guys. I want to see if Yellow's got a master plan. Feels like Yellow's just happy to just boom up. No real master plan at all. Here come the Trebs from Blue. Blue seems to be supporting Purple. I'm not entirely sure, though. Gray says, sorry, Teal. I thought we were going for you, friends. I'd be like, who's we? Wait, what are you talking about? Red just now realizing that he made houses as the Huns. That just felt normal for some reason. That's funny. Certainly something to realize at this point. Teal says, send me back my stone. He's like, you took out a castle. Give me stone. Gray only has so much. But I guess that's a sign that maybe it was truly an accident there. And Blue's paladins are wandering around. It looks like he's hunting for kings at the moment. And still a little uncertain of what direction this is going to go. Like, I guess they got to wait till they kill Orange off. And once Orange is dead, this game will change. I mean, depending on where Orange dies. Look at that king just hide behind the castle foundation. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. Blue is turned. And like the wolves turned on him at the start, he goes to turn on Orange. And Orange is not having it. He's like, I will not let you kill me. I will kill myself. Which is a little disappointing. I would have preferred to see the king actually run closer to somebody, but that will lead to an explosion, which will damage the individuals around here. And now there's 5. So 5 people left. Teal, blue, we need to turn on Gray. He is the strongest, says John. Yeah, and that's what I was thinking as well. Like, I think Gray not continuing with his play against Teal was a bit of a mistake. We talked about you first, and then we went over to Orange. Everyone's agreeing that Gray is a problem. It's a tricky thing about being the top player, because if you move too fast too early, people will team up on you. But if you're not slowly picking off people, there's eventually going to be 2 or 3 that are in a strong enough position to take you. And John, I've been loving the chat, for the most part, says, what say we strike while the iron is hot? And they're going to do it. And Teal's going to make a move. We've got Sicilian Paladins. I suppose they do resist bonus damage. Italian Paladin. That just sounds good. And I know that Gray's got Elephant Archers, and Gray could make anything, but if you have 3 people with this much population against you, I don't see how you have any chance. There's the siege towers with eagles, by the way. So Gray is asking for help from Blue, and this is the moment of truth for Peter, because remember, Peter had asked Gray for an alliance early, and Yellow's gonna make a wonder! Now, Yellow kind of made a mistake here. I don't think he has space to wrap villagers around. This is a subpar wonder build. We'll talk more about that. But Yellow realizes this is kind of my time, while the others are all distracted with each other, to go and get this victory on my own here. And Gray is going to try and convince people now to stop killing him so they can work together to stop that wonder. And let's see what they do. John says ceasefire. So John's like, we need to stop. Gray says ally everyone. And Yellow says, yeah, we allies allied victory. You remember? Okay, guys. Earlier in the day, this might not be this way for YouTube, so I need to explain. Full context of the day is the first game that we covered. There was a player who said they would do allied victory with people with a wonder, and then he didn't do it. So he got the win for himself. I think this is kind of like a new meta thing where you'll be like, yeah, guys, we're definitely friends, okay? We're definitely friends. And you just try and get them to let you get that wonder up or even defend you. And so, but Teal actually says, yeah, I will try and help you. So Teal kind of takes the bait. And Teal says they will kill me anyways, which is honestly probably true. So I can kind of understand it from that perspective. But Purple and Gray and pretty much everyone over here, they're very quick to stop attacking each other because they know that the wonder is dangerous. Now, here's the thing. You can fit 46 villagers around a wonder. There's 26 here. This takes so long to build. You always want to be 1 tile off the edge of the map. You can have another row of villagers. And then at the very least, even if you have it up against the edge, you need 2 more villas here, and then you need 11 more here. It's, if I'm not mistaken, it's 12 villagers on each side. If they're wedged in properly, which isn't so easy. I must have my math wrong. Wait. What did I say? 48? 46? Well, maybe it's more than what I thought. Anyways, you just got to cram all the villagers in there that you can. I appreciate Yellow going for this move. It does change this whole game, but I don't think he has any chance, guys. This is kind of what people should do when the Wonder Victory strategy's attempted. And they've just got way too much. Because you get the notification when the Wonder starts to be constructed. And now that that notification's already come in, they've had all the time, and then you still have to wait a long time. Dang. So, guys, like, a couple weeks ago, my internet went out. It's so funny. So, listen to this. I was procrastinating from doing my daily duties, right? I needed to make a couple phone calls, make a couple appointments, and I told myself I was going to work out, right? And, so, you know, even though this is my job, it's still my procrastination tool. So, I was just playing Age of Empires, which is fine. You know, that's normal. But then the power went out. So normally I'm playing online. I haven't played against an AI in a very long time. So, sorry, not my power, my internet went out. Wonder's up, by the way. There's the countdown. We'll see if this thing stays up. And so that should have been like the perfect opportunity for me to go get all my stuff done. You know, work out, make my phone calls. Because I couldn't play Age of Empires Online anymore. But no, I didn't want to do that. So what I did, as Gray is over here with the king and a bunch of villagers, what I did was, and Yellow's also over here with the king, is I did Wonder Race against the AI. No joke. And I did like handicap, extreme AI. Like I just kept buffing the AI till it was at a point where it was really hard for me to beat it. And I just kept practicing it. Just Wonder Race on Wonder Race on Wonder Race. And I actually have some pretty sick build orders with the humans, for example. Because some strategies are kind of known. But anyways, long story short, I had kind of tested it. Blue's up to something over here, by the way. And oh my god, the king is in there for Gray. I don't understand why. I still do not understand why. Like they both have the same plan or something? Anyways, clearly thinking ahead. And the reason, and I'll end this whole thing. The reason I know that you can fit 48 is because I messed around with that. But it making me think I'm wrong because I thought I saw 14 villagers on the one side. So anyways, I'm done. Gray is here with the king and some villagers. I was thinking for a Wonder, but Blue's definitely going Wonder. Because Blue is also going to go Navy, which is the play. Now, it's a delicate balance because, like, Blue isn't fighting right now to try and stop the Wonder from Yellow because he's assuming that the others are going to be able to do that. But Yellow is actually defended quite nicely. So, I think the logic is there, but it's incredibly risky. And you can tell Gray's thinking the same thing. Wow, it's unique that we actually have two players shaping up on these islands against each other. So, Blue didn't really... I mean, he had a chance there. He wasn't able to kill Gray's king. Yellow's king, by the way, is in a transport... Over here? What? Yellow's king is in a transport ship over here. What are you guys doing? Are you crazy? He must not have known that there was... Oh, he has no clue. Oh, God, dude. Bro, keep it with your Wonder. Is Blue passing to go kill Gray right now? Whoa. What? Oh my god, what's happening? Why is that transport not being attacked by anything? Is Blue not enemy to Yellow? Oh, he's not enemy to Yellow, but he's enemy to Gray now. And Gray's king is in the castle, and Gray doesn't have Navy yet. So panic time for Gray. Meanwhile, Yellow's still holding on over here. Gray lets out the XD. He realizes Yellow's still moving along. I still have no clue why Yellow decided to come over here. This makes zero sense to me. And Gray says, what was that, Blue? And Blue says, I had to, you're 1600. So, okay, that's all fair. I think Gray got away with one. Like, trying to bring your king over here before you had any docks up is risky. At 270 years, Yellow could still win this as long as he doesn't, you know, lose his king. This is so weird. If a transport is killed while a king is inside of it, there will be no explosion. If there would be an explosion, there probably would be like a massive like tidal wave or something, you know? A massive tsunami. Yellow, you're just confusing me so much. What? I don't understand it. Maybe he's a little bit cuckoo. Thus the name. And Gray immediately starts to make a wonder now. Because Yellow's wonder got destroyed after he was defeated. Poor Teal. Poor Teal just dies. This is the guy who said, yeah, I'll defend you, Yellow. I still am very confused. Teal said, I'll defend you, Yellow, and then ends up dying to Yellow for whatever freaking reason. I don't understand, man. Okay, Blue, me and you is purple. There's now 3, and they're all going to go after the guy making the wonder and the guy who's been top scorer this whole game. Oh, my God. Like, Yellow didn't just sacrifice his king to kill Teal, which might have been an accident, by the way. He also traveled in a ship all the way around these islands, all the way back to land, and then into Teal's economy. So it wasn't just the fact that he had his king out in the open in the first place. It was where he went. But yeah, I think there's a very good chance that that was not actually intentional. I think he just wanted to go somewhere. And maybe they'll talk it out now. Yellow says Teal 11. And Teal is not happy about that. So again, it's all text. Yellow said, I wanted to hide in your TC for later. Oh! Oh, well, I mean, to be fair, Teal said he would defend him. He wasn't actually doing that. And I guess Teal still had him as enemy. Okay, well that... I mean, that explains part of it, Yellow. It still doesn't make sense why you decided to sail where you did, but... I believe it. Gray's Wonder is up. And notice how when he built the Wonder... Oh, man, hold on. I need to go and show you guys. How many vills is it? Okay, so that's 51. But 2 of those vills aren't building. Man, maybe it's more than I said. Because, oh, the vills can stack. That's it. So that's like a weird pathing thing. All right, anyways. Sorry, we can fast forward a little bit. Until the Wonder completes. This would be epic Wonder defense, man. The thing that's epic about this as well is that Gray's king is here as well. Which is kind of what I expected from Yellow. Because if your Wonder's dead, you're probably dead anyways, because they're going to kill all your base, so you might as well have the king there. Blue's got tons of fire ships. I think Gray did just research heavy demo, though, which could be good against the fires. So what they need is, they need purple to have water control as well, which purple does not have. And purple's like kind of trying to dock over here, but it's essentially going to be a 1v1 on water, and purple doesn't have the possibility of killing Gray's king. I think Gray could actually do this. T90 Teal just turned on yellow when his king went into his eco. Oh, did he? Was the timing on that like that? Oh, interesting. Sorry, a lot of details. I don't know if there's just been a lot of crazy details today, or if I'm just missing things more than I normally do. I know the T90 blind jokes are real, but anyways, lots of stuff going on here. I want to look at stockpiles of resources. Okay, Gray's good. Blue's good as well. Okay, so even if they were to lose their economies, it wouldn't hurt too much. You could tell that Gray he understands his win condition. And I assume he's deleted all of his villagers right now. He's got an eco count of 28. Yeah, so that had to have been intentional because no one ran through his economy yet. Purple could do that, obviously, but Gray's win condition is the Wonder victory in the south. I like the lack of hesitation from Gray. Like, he had the plan, but the second yellow went down, he went for that Wonder. He didn't give anyone any time here. And you've got the castles. Mass galleon's great. Like, if you can go for 100 galleons and then just trickle fire ships, I don't see what they do against this. And maybe you don't even need the did I say fire ships? I meant to say demos. I think you just mass galleon's the way to do it. So purple's got the right idea, and purple is trying. to support on water, but it's just coming from a very long way away. It looks like he's using the select alt dock hotkey and is producing from the sides. But you really need a coordinated effort, and I think that coordinated effort needs to be with docks around these islands, because it has to be close. Gray's going to win this game. Gray has enough resources to be at 200 population with galleons. And blue, I actually think you need to switch into your own galleons. And then don't take an engagement until you're at 200 pop, and then maybe there's a chance. You know what would be kind of interesting is if purple could just sneak in here somehow and just snipe the Wonder. Like bring a transport with rams or something. But you can tell gray has some ships over here waiting, and then the rest of the ships here are defending. Yeah, that's just... I know fast fires are seen as a good answer to galleons, but not when there's this many galleons. Maybe I'm wrong, though. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Would still... I know it's really hard to do, but I would still like to see gray with, like, 1 or 2 docks just sending demos into the choke point there. Okay, so purple and blue having more confidence than I do in them at the moment. But I like the chatting here. The we got this and the confidence in each other. Going against the higher ranked player. Lots of pressure, right? Lots of expectation. You as a viewer right now, you have certain expectations here. Certain things you want to see that you haven't seen yet. Certain ideas that you think could be possible. Gray still has enough Navy on the right side to just keep vision on that, so a transport wouldn't be possible. 250 years. I wonder if you could house Gray somehow. Like, if you take out enough castles and houses, I wonder if Gray would run out of pop space. There's 5 castles here, and there's 4 houses. Someone else can do the math on what that comes out to with pop space, but... the castles will go down here, and then if the houses go down as well, there's 29 of them. I mean, that would take so long. That could actually make a difference, I think. Oh, man, can you imagine 3 demos, though? With the way these fire ships stack up. Ooh, boy. That'd be really strong. Oh, here are the demos. Yep, so he's been thinking about it. Oh, this is going to be brutal for blue. He's already finding it difficult against all the castle fire. But once demos go in as well... it's not so much in these situations, it's in these situations. This is where the demos kill. And you don't have to actually get the kills with the demo, but you weaken so many ships at the same time. Well, 240 years. Purple doesn't know how bad it is right now. He's still really massing up. Oh my god. Okay, purple is going to make this interesting. He's got 16 cannon galleons. So honestly, if you lose half of them, you might still be able to take out the Wonder. But the cannon galleon speed is so slow. And there we go. Now blue's adding galleons. Okay, so this is an important switch for their chances. This is also going to be slow. And they don't realize it now, but this is also really important for their chances too. Slowly taking out the houses and the castles. For now, gray can be at 200 pop. But we'll see if that lasts, and I'll check the stockpiles real quick. Oh no, blue is actually running out of wood. If they communicate that at least, purple could send some wood to blue though. Lots of dingings here. Ding, 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 ding. Everyone's making ships all the time. Ring-a-ling, ding, 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 ding. And lots of focus. And Peter says, pink, bro. He probably just can't believe he's not making progress right now in a 2v1 scenario. Gray says, they waiting for you to finish me. I don't know who he's talking to. Oh my... Are you... Guys, I don't know if you can hear me right now, but this is a really crucial moment in the game. a really crucial moment in this game. Snippy's in the chat, and he respects this. He respects it a lot. The purple wave is coming to town. Let's go. I didn't think they had a chance. I didn't think they had a chance. Don't go for the castles. Don't worry about the castle. You might not have a lot of time here. Please take out the wonder. Take out the wonder. Take out the wonder. Let's go, John Perkins. Woo, wow. Holy crap, they did it. And Gray probably kicking himself right now because Purple didn't have a lot of support there. And that is probably the end for Gray. It will just take a long time now, right? The fact that he can't win with a wonder means that he should eventually be ground down. And John Perkins says, not today, son. Oh, gotta love it. And guys, here's the deal. Like, that could have not have worked, but we would have still respected it. Like, I think there's a certain beauty to the fact that he just went for it. And there are a lot of times in these game modes and these games where people won't go for it. We'll see if Gray really tries to come back, but well done from Purple to take the risk. And Purple is mentioning now that the king is gone, and let's see if Gray can bring himself out from this one. The problem is, he has 164 galleons. So if he can't win with the wonder, those galleons do him no good out here. I mean, he might be able to escort his king to the shoreline, but he's not going to have much of a base left. Wait, Teal died? Question mark? How, says Gray. Yeah, Gray, that happened a long time ago. I don't think they all know what happened, but obviously we saw that when Yellow died, the king ended up killing Teal. But all right. Again, Gray will have big problems. Needs to get villagers to make military. And needs to probably produce paladins or something and just like free up this base. But I want to check the resources. The food's not great, so that's going to be an issue. Well played to John and well played to Peter as well. And they're just going to be sure to finish things off here on this island. And Purple sees the king and says, nice king. The king's now making a run for it. So now Purple knows he can shift back on to the land. And oh! King's getting a little toasty over here. But, oh, wait a second. That king's going towards Purple. This is a suicidal king. This is a suicidal king. Oh my god, make ranged units, John. John, he's not happy that you ruined it for him. He's not happy. Hide your king. Oh no. I think Purple realizes too. He's like, crap, I didn't make archer ranges. Quick wall. He didn't make a single archer range the entire game. Oh no. And Gray knows there's a castle there too. Oh, and the king can make it past. Okay, all right. New plan is you just run. Run away. Run away, John. Run. Oh, no. Okay, I think he might have time to make it. In the past, Exploding Kings had explosions immediately, but we figured that was too extreme. Now, John's going to head away. Nice job from Gray to try and get some revenge there. And John is able to survive. Now, he doesn't have a lot of a base left. And this would obviously be advantage Peter now, who again was lowest score at the start of this game. He lost his villagers to wolves and everything. And now Blue's making the wonder. Let's go. That was so sick. Oh, man. What are the resources like for Purple? Nah, he's got nothing, man. He maybe has one more crazy run in him with 2 cannon galleons or whatever he can muster up. But as long as Blue doesn't lose this king right here on the way to this island, I think Blue will actually win the game. Respect to Gray for the initial wonder attempt and the timing. Respect to Blue and Purple for taking it down. And then respect to Gray for the revenge attempt. Again, it was just the worst start for Blue. He was right up against Gray as well, who could have bullied him off the map. But Peter's been in a lot of community games, and he took it to late game, and in this weird all-tech game. I assume he has it now. I mean, we are going to have to wait a great deal of time. And I literally just said, respect to Purple for trying, when I didn't think he was going to be able to get Gray's Wonder. But, yeah, I mean, the king's here. And he's going to do exactly what Gray did. Just go to 200 population with Navy and not worry about anything else. Like, honestly, if you have the resources, which you kind of do. Maybe you don't want to delete all your lumberjacks yet. But any farmers, any fishing ships, just delete them. You don't need them now. You'll always win this game as long as your king is protected here and that wonder's protected. I mean, he might not have enough wood to get to 200 population with ships, but he already has 120. And Gray can't help because Gray's dead. And purple has no gold income. So, okay. I was going to say I don't know why purple's still playing. But now I know. So let's just let him finish his masterpiece. There's so much open space here. He could have actually made it much bigger. Well, we got a nice little T90. Thank you, John. I like how the king is placed perfectly there. Beautiful. Are we going to delete these villagers? This can't be a 10 out of 10 if there's villagers inside the O. John says, well, there is no way back for me, TBH. He's typing. He's still typing. He should have thought about his finishing line prior to saying that. Nothing? Oh, there we go. It was a good game, but I must sacrifice my king to our streamer and savior. Bro, this doesn't make up for the comment you made about my mustache earlier, but I appreciate that, I guess. Oh, Mangonel's on the way. I was wondering how the king would die. Here's the sad thing, guys, is the kings actually flinch. Did you know that? Even if it's your own Mangonel. They're not happy about it. They did not agree to this. GG. Man, that was a pretty interesting game. Now, obviously, we didn't go into this expecting it to be all text. We found out kind of halfway through. So we saw a lot of different units from civilizations that shouldn't have access to those units. But there were quite a few explosions in this game, and people had to be creative. I think if the wonders become more and more common, that maybe I'll end up having to remove the wonder and relic victory settings, but I just kind of like how that is always an option. The instance with yellow was really funny. Like, Gray would have died, guys. They were all going to go after Gray. Well, everyone except yellow at the time. So it was like 3 or 4 people were going to hit him. And the second they saw what yellow was trying to do, they're like, hold on a second, people. Let's all lay down our arms, cease fire, and go after yellow. They ended up doing that, which led to the plans for blue and gray on these additional islands, thinking they could have a chance for the wonder. And then we had some cool wonder snipes, some cool king snipes too, and overall it was a pretty good game. I had a fun time. I was a little uncertain about the whole all-text thing. I don't think we're going to do all-tech games in the future necessarily. Intentional, anyways. But it was cool to see, and it did give me a blast from the past. I remember when I was learning the game, I like to have access to all different types of units. I didn't like to have to play with the uniqueness of my civs, so I used to do that. Resources collected in this game. Blue actually had more than any other player. 105,000 food collected, which is wild. Remember, this is the player who lost those villagers earlier, so comebacks are possible. Kills, this should come as no surprise. Gray was very active in this game, 945 kills. I think the sad thing for Gray was just that some of that Navy wasn't over here, but it made for a better finish, right? I think Gray making that mistake and getting so distracted with blue made this game more entertaining and was probably just better for viewers. So I doubt that Gray really thought about that. I'm sure Gray really wanted the victory, but had we just waited another 200 years as they weren't able to kill Gray, and I don't think they really would have been able to. Maybe I'm wrong. I think it would have been less exciting. So it was a good finish, good banter back and forth, good messages. Thank you everyone for playing and watching, enjoying. Good old Pilgrims too. We hadn't seen Pilgrims in many months up to this point.